A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, Jesus exclaimed, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to little ones. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden light. The Gospel of the Lord. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. When was the last time someone said those words to you and you actually believed them? We live in a world that is exhausted, not just physically tired, spiritually tired, carrying things that were never meant to be carried alone. Worry, grief, pressure, guilt, the weight of just keeping up. Jesus speaks directly into that exhaustion today. And what he offers is not a future reward, not rest after you die, not peace someday when things finally slow down. He offers the rest now. Before we go further, what are we even talking about when we say rest? Because we all want it desperately. That desire is written into us. St. Augustine put it plainly. Our heart is restless until it rests in thee. We were made with a longing for rest, deep, true, and lasting rest. But we spend most of our lives looking for it in the wrong places. Think about it. When we feel worn out, what do we reach out for? We scroll, we stream, we book a vacation, we pour a drink, we light something up, turn the music up, numb out, check out. And there are entire industries, billion-dollar industries built on exactly that hunger. They know you are tired. They are counting on it. Come, take a puff, have a drink, stay with us. You deserve a break. Entertainment industry, the travel industry, the alcohol industry, the wellness industry, with its apps, retreats, events, promises of balance, every single one of them is selling you rest. But here is what I want you to see. They are not making up a need. They are capitalizing on a real need. That longing you feel, the one that makes you dream about getting away, about a few days somewhere beautiful with the people you love, without deadlines, without pressure, that longing is real. It is not a weakness. It is not an indulgence. It is something planted deep in your heart by God Himself. Think about why we love Disney World so much. What is it really about? For a few days, everything is clean and bright. There is music everywhere. People you love are with you. There is no work, no conflict, no worry about tomorrow. You feel like a child again. We call it a vacation. But what we are actually reaching for, without always knowing it, is a taste of heaven. Of the rest that God has been promising since the beginning. The rest described in Genesis when God looked at creation and said, "It is very good," and rested. The rest that belongs to our true home. The billion-dollar industries did not create that desire. They just found it and learned to sell a cheap imitation of it. And the imitation always disappoints. You noticed, haven't you? That you can come back from 2 weeks away and feel exactly as empty as you left. That the drink wears off. That distraction ends and the weight is still there, waiting for you. Because what they're offering is not rest. It is a relief. A relief is temporary. Relief says, escape the burden for a while. Rest says, be freed from the burden entirely. Relief is a pause. Rest is a transformation. We are not just physically tired. We are tired at the level of our soul. Tired with a tiredness that no vacation, no substance, no amount of entertainment can touch. Only one person has ever made that offer that goes deep enough. And he makes it today. Notice something in the gospel. There are two actual movements here. In verse 28, Jesus says, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." That sounds like something done to you, done for you, a gift received, passive. But then in the verse 29, he says, "Take my yoke upon you, and you will find rest." Find. That's a different word. Finding requires an effort from us, a movement from us, searching and choosing. Jesus is saying, yes, I give you rest, but you find it by actively taking upon my yoke. The rest is not waiting for you in heaven. It is available right now in the act of following him, in the act of taking up his yoke. Now, a yoke. We need to sit with that image for a moment. A yoke was a wooden beam placed across the necks of two oxen to share the load of pulling a plow. It distributes the weight. Neither animal carries it alone. In Jewish tradition, rabbis spoke of the yoke of Torah, meaning the way of life you commit to under God's teaching. To take on a yoke meant to commit yourself to a teacher, to walk in their way. So when Jesus says, "Take my yoke upon you," he's saying, walk with me, learn from me, let my way of life become yours. And notice, he describes his yoke as easy and his burden light. Not because following Jesus is effortless, but because the yoke fits two people, you and Jesus, because you're not pulling it alone. The yoke that is killing you today, the one made of perfectionism, of proving yourself, of carrying shame, of trying to control everything, that one was not made for you. But the yoke of Jesus was. Here is the beautiful paradox. We think rest means putting everything down, stopping, doing nothing. But Jesus says rest comes with picking something up. his yoke. We receive rest by willingly opting or choosing for a different way of living, not by working less, by working differently, in union with him, under his teaching, in his rhythm. Think of it this way. If you try to carry a heavy suitcase with one arm, you'll exhaust yourself quickly. But if you shift it to both hands, distribute the weight, work with the good balance or posture, the same bag becomes manageable. The weight did not change, but the way of carrying it did. That is what Jesus is offering. Not that he's letting you carry the weight alone. He's offering to join in as long as we carry his yoke. So, what does this look like on a weekday morning? It looks like starting with a prayer, inviting Jesus into your life, bringing in your cares, your worries in prayer to him. And when you go down deep into that dark pit of suffering, of being alone, of being conflicted, being challenged, finding Jesus in that dark place, because he is already there. On the cross, he embraced the human depravity, human struggles and challenges. He already entered into that dark, cold place of human suffering. And finding him in your struggles is the key. And trusting him with patience with your life. Not just grinding your teeth at it and white knuckling it, trying to put your best effort with all your effort on it, but asking for the grace to see, where is Jesus in all of this? Where is God in all of this? And inviting him into your life, making decisions, making new decisions, asking him to teach you to respond with a total dependency on him. It is about letting go. It looks like you're releasing the need to have all answers, all control, all approval, but trusting in the one whose yoke you're supposed to carry, because he's also carrying along with you. This is not passive. It is deeply active. It is a daily, sometimes hourly choice, every moment. But the promise stands, you will find rest for your souls. Not someday, not in the future, but now, really, in this moment. Jesus does not say this offer is for people who have everything put it together. He's saying that it is for those who are weary and burdened. That's the qualification. That's the only entry requirement. If you're tired today, tired in a way you can't even name, the gospel is for you. This word is for you. Come. Take up his yoke. Walk with him. And find rest in him.